Hi students, welcome back to All for C Learning online classes. In last class, we discussed about previous mains problems. Today, we discuss previous IIT questions. 2017 passage question. First question. Let P comma Q be the integers and alpha comma beta be the roots of the equation x square minus x minus 1 is equal to 0, where alpha not equal to beta. For n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Let an is equal to p into alpha power n plus q into beta power n. First question. If a4 is equal to 28, then p plus 2q is equal to dash. Second one, a12 is equal to dash. A12, a suffix 12 is equal to dash. Options are a11 plus a10, so on. Okay. First, given quadratic equation. What is the given quadratic equation? X square minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. It is the given quadratic equation. Okay. In this case, there are two roots. The two roots are not equal. Apply minus b plus r minus root or b square minus 4ac by 2a, we get alpha beta. Now, alpha beta are two roots of this equation. We know that the sum of the roots is equal to minus b by a. That means 1. Product of the roots alpha beta is equal to minus 1. And at the same time, roots are x is equal to minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. That means minus b means minus of minus 1. 1 plus or minus root over b square means 1 plus 4. That means 5 by 2. Here alpha not equal to beta. Alpha not equal to beta, say alpha is the greatest value and beta is the smallest value. Let alpha is equal to minus 1 plus root 5 by 2, beta is equal to, 1 plus root 5 by 2, beta is equal to 1 minus root 5 by 2. These are the roots of that equation. Okay. Now, from the first problem, a4 is equal to 28. From the given, a4 is equal to 28. A suffix 4 is equal to 28. By using this condition, we find the values of p comma q. But at the same time, what is the value of an? An is equal to p into alpha power n plus q into beta power n. Okay, that means a1 is equal to p alpha plus q beta. Similarly, a2 is equal to p alpha square plus q beta square. a3 is equal to p alpha cube plus q beta cube. So on. A4 is equal to p alpha power 4 plus q beta power 4. That means p into alpha power 4 plus q into beta power 4 is equal to 28. But from the given, alpha beta are two roots. And alpha beta is equal to alpha is equal to 1 plus root 5 by 2. Beta is equal to 1 minus root 5 by 2. That means, that implies p of 1 plus root 5 by 2 whole power 4 plus q of 1 minus root 5 by 2 whole power 4 is equal to 28. After simplification, x power 4 means x square whole square. That means it can be reduced into 2 power 4 means 16. 1 by 16 into p of 1 plus root 5 whole square. Okay. Plus q of 1 minus root 5 whole square is equal to 28. That implies 1 by 16 into p of 1 plus root 5 whole square means a square plus b square plus 2ab means 6 plus 2 root 5 whole square plus q of 6 minus 2 root 5 whole square is equal to 28. Here the common term is 2. 2 means 2 into 2 square means 4. That means 4 by 16 into p of 3 plus root 5 whole square plus q of 3 minus root 5 whole square is equal to 28. Here 4 times cancelled. Okay, that implies one by 4 into p of 3 plus root 5 whole square means 8 plus 2 root 5. 8 plus 2 root 5. 8 plus 6 root 5 plus q into 8 minus, sorry, a square means 9, a square means 9, b square means 5, 9 plus 5 means 14, 14 plus 6 root 5 plus q of 14 minus 6 root 5 is equal to 28. Okay. Now 2 is the common term, and at the same time 2 by 4 of p of 7 plus 3 root 5 plus q of 7 minus 3 root 5 is equal to 28. Here 2 times cancel. After cross multiplication it can be reduced into 7p plus 7q. 7p plus 7q. Next, irrational values, root 5 is the irrational term. Root 5 of 3p minus 3q is equal to 2 into 28 means 56 is equal to 56. Actually, it is the irrational number, it is rational number, but both are equal. It is possible only when if a plus root b is equal to 2 plus root 3, definitely a is equal to and b is equal to root 3. By comparing like terms on both sides, we get 7p plus q is equal to, 7p plus q is equal to 7q is equal to 56. That means p plus q is equal to 7 is the common term, 8 times cancelled, 8. It is equation number 1. At the same time, 3p minus 3q is equal to 0. Irrational term 0 into root 5. That means 56 plus 0 into root 5. So 3p minus 3q is equal to 0. That implies p is equal to q. That means substitute this value in equation 1. We get p is equal to q is equal to 4. P is equal to q is equal to 4. So finally, p plus 2q is equal to 4 plus 2 into 4. That means 4 plus 8, 12. Final answer is 12. P plus 2q is equal to 12. It is the correct answer. Okay. Next, second one. A12 is equal to dash. Option 1, A11 plus A10, A11 minus A10, A11 plus 2 into A10, 2 into A11 plus A10. Here P is equal to Q is equal to 4 from the first one. Now we find the value of A12. A12 means P into alpha power 12 plus Q into beta power 12. That means P means 4. 4 of alpha power 12 plus beta power 12. We find this value by verification. First option A. A11 plus A10 is equal to, suppose A11 plus A10 is equal to 4 into alpha power plus beta power 12. This is the correct answer. If it is not equal to this value, we go to second option B. Okay, it can be done by using verification method. A11 plus A10. A11 means 4 of alpha power 11 plus beta power 11 plus 4 of alpha power 10 plus beta power 10. Okay. Since an is equal to p into alpha power n plus q into beta power n, that is equal to 4 into alpha power 11 plus 4 into alpha power 10 means 4 into alpha power 10 is the common term. That means we get alpha plus 1. Next, 4 into beta power 10 is the common term in these two values. We get beta plus 1. But from the given, alpha comma beta are the roots of x square minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. That means alpha square minus alpha minus 1 is equal to 0. That implies alpha plus 1 is equal to alpha square. Similarly, beta plus 1 is equal to beta square. Substitute the value of alpha plus 1 in alpha square, and beta plus 1 can be taken as beta square. That means 4 of alpha power 12 plus beta power 12. It is nothing but A12. So, first one is the correct answer. If it fails, we go to second, third, so on. Okay. 2019 multiple option type, more than one option. Question, let alpha and beta be the roots of x square minus x minus 1 is equal to 0 with alpha greater than beta for all positive integers n. Define an is equal to alpha power n minus beta power n by alpha minus beta, n greater than or equal to n, sorry, n greater than or equal to 1, comma b1 is equal to 1 and bn is equal to a suffix n minus 1 plus a suffix n plus 1 for all n greater than or equal to 2, then which of the following options is by or correct? Which of the following options are correct? Option 1, bn is equal to alpha power n plus beta power n for n greater than or equal to 2. Next, sigma n is equal to 1 to infinite bn by 10 power n is equal to 8 by 89. C, a1 plus a2 plus so on an is equal to a suffix n plus 2 minus 1 for all n greater than or equal to 1. Next, sigma n is equal to 1 to infinite an by 10 power n is equal to 10 by 89. 10 by 89. So, first given value, given quadratic expression is now solution. Given quadratic expression is x square minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. In this case, the roots are alpha comma beta are 2 roots such that alpha greater than beta. Okay, alpha greater than beta. In this case, the sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a means 1 and product of the roots alpha beta is equal to c by a means minus 1. And at the same time, what are the values of alpha and beta? Minus b plus, applying minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a, we get alpha beta. X is equal to minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. That means that is equal to 1 plus or minus root over 1 plus 4, that means 5 by 2. So, alpha is equal to 1 plus root 5 by 2, comma beta is equal to 1 minus root 5 by 2. At the same time, what is the difference between these two roots, alpha minus beta? Alpha minus beta is equal to 1 plus root 5 by 2 minus 1 minus root 5 by 2. 1 cancel, 2 root 5 by 2 means root 5. Difference of the roots is equal to root 5. Okay. First, we find sum of the roots, product of the roots and roots, difference of the roots. Okay. Coming to the first option, what is the value of bn? Bn is equal to alpha power n plus beta power n. But from the given, what is the value of bn? A suffix n minus 1 plus a suffix n plus 1. So, bn is equal to, from the given, bn is equal to a suffix n minus 1 plus a suffix n plus 1. But an is equal to alpha power n minus beta power n by alpha minus beta. By using these values, it can be reduced into alpha power n plus beta power n. Is it true or false? We verify the answer. Bn is equal to an plus 1. Okay. That means b1 is equal to a1 plus a. Bn is equal to an minus 1 plus an plus 1. Okay. Now, we take alpha bn value. What is the value of bn? A suffix n minus 1 plus a suffix n plus 1. But an is equal to alpha power n minus beta power n by alpha minus beta. That is equal to alpha power n minus 1 minus beta power n minus 1 by alpha minus beta, okay, plus a suffix n plus 1 means alpha power n plus 2 minus beta power n plus 1 by alpha minus beta. Alpha minus beta, here also alpha minus beta. What is the LCM? Alpha minus beta is the LCM. That is equal to alpha minus beta, common term is the 1 by alpha minus beta. Okay. Now, alpha power n minus 1 minus beta power n minus 1 plus alpha power n plus 1 minus beta power n plus 1. That is equal to 1 by alpha minus beta into here alpha power n minus 1, alpha power n plus 1. In these two values, the common term is alpha power n minus 1. So, alpha power n minus 1 of 1 plus alpha square. Okay. Again, minus of beta power n minus 1 is the common term, 1 plus beta square. Okay. 1 plus beta square. Okay. But from the given, alpha is 1 of the root of x square minus x plus 1. Alpha is 1 of the root of x square minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. That means alpha square minus alpha minus 1 is equal to 0. That means alpha square is equal to alpha plus 1. Similarly, beta square is equal to beta plus 1. Replace this alpha square as alpha plus 1, beta square as beta plus 1. That implies that is equal to 1 by alpha minus beta into alpha power n minus 1 into 1 plus alpha square means alpha plus 1 plus 1, alpha plus 2, okay, plus beta power n minus 1 into beta plus 2, okay. Next, that is equal to 1 by alpha minus beta of alpha power n minus 1, but what is the value of alpha? Alpha is equal to 1 plus root 5 by 2, beta is equal to 1 minus root 5 by 2. Substitute these values in this alpha plus beta. Alpha means 1 plus root 5 by 2 plus 2 plus beta power n minus 1 into 1 minus root 5 by 2 plus 2. That means 1 by alpha minus beta into alpha power n minus 1 into, here 2 is the LCM, 2 2's 4, 5 plus root 5 by 2, 5 plus root 5 by 2 plus beta power n minus 1 into 5 minus root 5 by 2. Here what is the common term? Root 5. Here also root 5. That means 1 by alpha minus beta into alpha power n minus 1 into root 5 plus 1 by 2 minus beta power n minus 1 into 1 minus root 5 by 2. Okay, but 1 plus root 5 by 2 is alpha, 1 minus root 5 by 2 is beta. So this value is alpha, this value is beta. Root 5 is also a common term here. That is equal to root 5 by alpha minus beta. But actually we find alpha minus beta is also root 5. Alpha minus beta is also root 5. Root 5 cancel. Here alpha power n minus 1 into alpha means alpha power n minus beta power n minus 1 into means beta power n. It is the value of alpha power n minus beta power n. Alpha power n, plus. Alpha power n plus beta power n. Finally we get the first value b suffix n is equal to alpha power n plus beta power 1. It is true. First option is true. Okay. Next. Second one is B, option B. Already we proved Bn is equal to alpha power n plus beta power n. Now option B is sigma of n is equal to 1 to infinite Bn by 10 power n. Okay, Bn by 10 power n. That means after expansion B1 by 10 plus B2 by 10 square, B3 by 10 cube plus so on. Okay, up to infinite. What is the value of Bn? Alpha power n plus beta power n. That means alpha plus beta by 10 plus B2 means alpha square plus beta square by 10 square plus alpha cube plus beta cube by 10 cube plus so on. In this case, we get two infinite series. First one is alpha by 10 whole square, alpha by 10 whole cube, so on. First one is alpha by 10 plus alpha by 10 whole square plus so on, infinite. And again beta by 10 plus beta by 10 whole square plus so on up to infinite. By using the infinite GP, S infinite is equal to A by 1 minus R. S infinite is equal to A by 1 minus R. S infinite is equal to A by 1 minus R. By using that formula, S infinite means A by 1 minus R means alpha by 10 by 1 minus alpha by 10, okay, plus beta by 10 by 1 minus beta by 10. Here A is the first term, R by 10, alpha by 10, common ratio is also alpha by 10. Okay, after LCM, it can be reduced into alpha by 10 minus alpha plus beta by 10 minus beta. LCM is 10 minus alpha into 10 minus beta. Here alpha into 10 minus beta plus beta into 10 minus alpha. After simplification, 10 alpha plus 10 beta means 10 of alpha plus beta, minus alpha beta means minus 2 alpha beta. Here after multiplication 100 minus of 10 alpha minus of 10 beta. That means minus of 10 of alpha plus beta plus alpha beta. Already we know that alpha plus beta is equal to value 1, alpha plus beta is equal to 1, alpha beta is equal to minus 1. Substitute these values in this equation. That is equal to 10 of 1 minus 2 of minus 1 by 100 minus 10 of 1 minus 1. That is equal to, finally we get 12 by 89. 12 by 89. But from the given option B is 8 by 89. We get 12 by 89. So it is wrong. Option B is wrong. Okay. Next one, option C. Now we verify option C. What is the value of C? Option C, LHS is equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus so on AN. What is the value of AN? AN means alpha power n minus beta power n by alpha minus beta. Okay, that means alpha minus beta by alpha minus beta plus A2 means alpha square minus beta square by alpha minus beta plus alpha cube minus beta cube by alpha minus beta plus so on alpha power n minus beta power n by alpha minus beta. Here LCM is alpha minus beta. So 1 by alpha minus beta of, here the first terms are alpha, alpha square, alpha cube, so on. These are in GP. That means alpha plus alpha square plus so on alpha power n minus of beta plus beta square plus so on beta power n. This is also in GP. Here there are two GPs. In GP, sum of the n terms is equal to A into R power n minus 1 by R minus 1. That means 1 by alpha minus beta of sum of the n terms is equal to A into R power n minus 1 by R minus 1. Alpha of alpha power n minus 1 by alpha minus 1. Okay. Next, here beta of beta power n minus 1 by beta minus 1. Okay. Next, here LCM is alpha minus 1 into beta minus 1. After simplification, it can be reduced into 1 by alpha minus beta of alpha minus 1 into beta minus 1 is the LCM. Here alpha into beta minus 1. That means alpha beta minus alpha into alpha power n minus 1 minus of beta into 1 minus alpha means alpha beta minus beta. Okay. Minus beta into beta power n minus 1. But product of the roots alpha beta is equal to, here sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equal to 1 and alpha beta is equal to minus 1. So alpha beta can be taken as minus 1. That is equal to 1 by alpha minus beta into alpha beta is equal to value, product of the roots is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 minus alpha into alpha power n minus 1 minus of minus 1 minus beta into beta power n minus 1 by alpha beta minus alpha minus beta plus 1. But alpha beta value is minus 1. So it can be replaced as minus 1. These two are cancelled. Okay. That means finally we get minus of alpha plus beta. Minus of alpha plus beta. Okay. That is equal to 1 by alpha minus beta into, after distributive property, it can be reduced into minus alpha power n. Okay. Minus alpha power n plus 1 minus alpha power n plus 1. Next plus alpha. Next minus 1 into beta power n means minus, minus of minus plus beta power n plus beta power n minus 1 plus beta power n plus 1 minus beta by denominator value minus of alpha plus beta. Minus of alpha plus beta. Okay. Next, that is equal to denominator value minus of alpha plus beta into alpha minus beta. Now the numerator is, here 1 1 cancelled, 1 1 cancelled. Next again, here we get alpha minus beta, where we get alpha minus beta. Next minus alpha power n minus alpha power n plus 1 beta power n plus 1 beta power n plus 1. In this case the common value is minus of alpha power n. minus of alpha power n alpha power, okay. That is equal to minus alpha power n minus alpha power n plus 1 plus alpha plus beta power n plus beta power n plus 1, okay. Beta power n plus 1. Next again minus beta also is there, okay. Here alpha minus beta, we separate these two terms, that means alpha minus beta plus beta power n plus 1 means beta power n is the common term, that means beta plus 1. Next here minus of alpha power n is the common term, alpha plus 1, okay, by minus of alpha plus beta into alpha minus beta, minus of alpha plus beta into alpha minus beta. Here x square minus x plus 1 is equal to 0, alpha is the root. So alpha square minus alpha minus 1 is equal to 0. That means alpha square is equal to alpha plus 1. So alpha plus 1 can be replaced as alpha square and beta plus 1 can be replaced as beta square. Okay. Next, this can be split into, sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equal to, already we know that value 1, this value is 1. So it can be reduced into minus of alpha minus beta. After splitting, it can be reduced into alpha plus beta by minus of alpha plus beta means minus 1 plus this value is beta power n plus 2 minus alpha power n plus 2 by beta power n plus 2 minus alpha power n plus 2 by minus of alpha minus beta. Now minus multiplying with minus, we get alpha power n plus 2 minus beta power n plus 2 by alpha minus 2. It is nothing but a suffix n plus 2. It is nothing but a suffix n plus 2. That is equal to a suffix n plus 2 minus 1 or minus 1 plus a suffix n minus 2. It is the correct answer. Minus 1 plus a suffix n minus 2. C is also correct. Similarly, D also a n by 10 power n. Similarly, D option. A n by 10 power n, sigma of n is equal to 1 to infinite. But a n is equal to sigma of alpha power n minus beta power n by alpha minus beta. Okay, n is equal to 1 to infinite. Here also we split into two parts, sum of the infinite series. Apply S infinity is equal to a by 1 minus r. It is also true. Please check this value. Okay. Next, third question. Consider the equation x cube minus 3x minus k is equal to 0. Answer the following questions. First one, the range of k for which the above equation has only one real root. Second one, the range of k for which the above equation has no real roots. It is also passage. From the given polynomial equation is a cubic polynomial. A cubic polynomial. We know the nature of the roots of the cubic polynomial. For getting the nature of the roots, first we find f dash x. Suppose f dash x is greater than 0, that means delta f dash x, first we find f dash x. If delta less than 0, that means f dash x greater than 0. That is strictly increasing. In that case, we get only one solution of the cubic equation. Only one real root and two imaginary roots. Suppose delta greater than 0, f dash x is equal to 0 having two roots, say that value is x1, x2. Suppose f of x1 into f of x2 less than 0, we get 3 real and distinct. Is equal to 0, we get 3 real roots, out of these 2 are identical. Suppose this value is greater than 0, f of x1 and f of x2 greater than 0, we get 1 real and 2 imaginary. Suppose delta is equal to 0, then the roots in f dash x is equal to 0 are equal. Say that values are x1, x1. Suppose f of x1 is equal to f dash x1 is equal to 0, then it is the repeated root of order 3. If f of x1 is not equal to 0, then it equation having only one real and two imaginary roots. Okay, these are the nature of the roots in the cubic equation. By using that, we find the values of k. So, given cubic equation is x cube minus 3x minus k is equal to 0. First we find f dash x. Now f dash x is equal to 3x square minus 3. That means 3 of x square minus 1. Now f dash x is equal to 0. Let f dash x is equal to 0. This equation having two solutions. That means delta greater than 0 here. That means stationary values are plus or minus 1. x1 is equal to 1, x2 is equal to minus 1. Now we find f of x1 and f of x2. For getting the range of k for which the above equation has only one real root. One real root means f of x1 into f of x2 greater than 0. For getting only one real root, f of x1 into f of x2 greater than 0. That means f of x1 means f of 1 into f of minus 1 greater than 0. But what is the value of f of 1? F of 1 is equal to 1 minus 3 minus k. That means minus 2 minus k. That means minus of k plus 2. Okay. F of minus 1. What is the value of f of minus 1? Minus 1 whole cube means minus 1 plus 3 minus k. That is equal to 2 minus k. 2 minus k means minus of k minus 2. Okay. So substitute that values in this equation. That implies f of 1 means minus of k plus 2 into minus of k minus 2. That means k plus 2 into k minus 2. Minus into minus plus. This value is greater than 0. By using wavy curves, we find the range of k. That means that value does not lies in between minus 2 to 2. That means k belongs to minus infinite to minus 2 union 2 to infinite. If k value belongs to this interval, we get only exactly one real root. Suppose this equation having three real and distant roots, what is the condition? F of x1 and f of x2 less than 0. That means k belongs to in between minus 2 to 2. If k belongs to minus 2 to 2, that has three real and distant roots. Okay, suppose that equation having three real roots and out of these two are equal, what is the condition? F of x1 and f of x2 is equal to 0. That means k1 is equal to minus 2 or k is equal to 2. Okay, next, second one. The range of k for which the above equation has no real roots. Already we discussed about the nature of the roots of the polynomial equation. Every odd degree polynomial equation with rational coefficients or real coefficients having at least one real root. At least one real root. It is the cubic equation. It is the cubic equation. But here the range of k for which it has no real roots. That means the cubic equation having no real roots. Is it possible or impossible? It is impossible case. For any value of k, it has at least one real root. So k is equal to pi, empty set. It is impossible case. No real roots means it is impossible. So k takes pi, empty set. Okay.